Hey guys, I wanted to do a follow-up on my video that I did for, using Guitar Pro to add backing tracks and texture to your songs just by importing the MIDI. I have a partially finished song here that I just added a new part to that needs tabbed, and I figured this would be a really good example to show how I use the DAW and looking at the waveform to help write the tab, like to easily find the note duration and all of that. So yeah, I'll play the piece now that we're going to be tabbing out, and then we'll dive in. All right, so I'm going to start with the rhythm here. Actually, that's probably all I'll do for this. But we'll pop over to the tab here. I already started some of it, so let me start over. Yeah, so coming out of the last part, we have this already done. So we're right there. Obviously, you should know the fret positions and all that from playing it. I think everybody's fine with that, but the note duration is probably where people starting out get hung up. So we'll come in here. I'm running an inverted chord to start. So to find your first note duration, come in and look at the waveform. I have my grid set up on quarter notes. Makes it easy if you need to go in, if you want to see it on eighths, just change it to that. It makes it easier. If you got to go any further, if you're working in triplets and any of that, the grid will really help. So this whole first part is all eighth notes. So we have the first one, then two, and then another chord, one, chord, two. And if you're confused on where you're at with the note duration, you can always right click, go to note, duration, I'm on eighth note, or you can come down and I'm hitting the minus key to go down, plus key to make it faster. Go the whole way down, you're at a whole note, half note, quarter note, eighth note. Now you know you're good. So we'll come over, we'll hit those other two, and then there was another chord, and then one. So chord, one, two, chord, one. Now we're to here. Actually, I want to get back over to quarter. It makes it easier for me. So what's happening here? We have another one, and then two, and then now I move to the next bar. Let me make sure that that's what happened in the DAW. Sure enough, we're at the new bar, so we're right on track. So this is where the chord changes a little bit. There's one in between. And I think it's chord, note, chord, note. Yep, so we're right here. Now that one there moves down to a quarter note. You can see from the duration on that compared to the other ones. So, again, let me see where I'm at. Whole note, half note, quarter note. Good to go. And then the next ones are eighth notes to finish that out. Ooh. So let's take a listen back and see how that sounds. Now, obviously, there's some palm mutes in there, so as I'm moving along, I like it to just get everything finished as we move. So if you select a note you want and hit P, that changes it to a palm mute. So we'll do that for all of these in-between notes. We'll take a listen. And we'll double check, is that what I have? So as we move through here, this pattern stays the same for most of it. So we'll copy it, paste it over here. Now I changed the chord obviously, but we already have the timing, the palm mutes, everything's there. So now you just have to change the notes. And I believe that's what it is. Yep. Now the next one, we'll paste it again since it's the same pattern going. And same thing, go through, just change the notes. Now this one, I'm going 12, 10, and then the inverted. So let's listen through that whole thing. All right, cool. Now we're down to the last section here. So on the last chord, you can see we have a half note, quarter, quarter, and then we'll be at the next bar. So let's get this one done first. And we said that was a half, and we're at an eighth right now, so hit the minus twice. We're at a half. Make sure that that's right. And then now we are down to the little run. And we have eighth note, eighth note, eighth, eighth, eighth. Well, this is quarter and then a quarter, I believe. Oh no, see, you have to listen to that because they are eighths in there. Yeah, and if you expand the waveform, you can see that change right there. It missed it whenever it was a little bit smaller. So let's get that running there. And then we'll have to change the duration because we're back up to eighth notes. Then the last note was a quarter note. And then we're at the end of the bar there. And again, we'll go through and check it. So then the whole thing repeats. I'm just adding some bars in so I can continue this. So you have two options. You can select everything, Control C to copy it and paste it. Or if you have more than twice, you can come to the beginning of your section, right click, go to bar, repeat open, and then come to the ending of your last one, same thing, bar, sorry about that. Go to bar, repeat, close. Now it'll ask you how many times, and then you just place it in there. This time is twice. You know, and that'll loop it back through. In my case, I don't want to do that. I want to do the original copy and paste. Just because it makes it easier for me when I'm writing the lead section over top of it. Everything's visually lined up for me, and that really helps there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, you can go through and looking at the waveform will massively cut down time rather than sitting there thinking, how long was this note? Was it a quarter? Was it an eighth? Especially when you start getting into the triplets and all that, you can just pull up and look what you did. And it really helps with that. So hopefully that helps you out a little bit. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one.